Toastmaster Mohammad Abrar. I think this is a day where I feel that life is coming to a full circle. You will know about it in a little while from now. My speaker today is going to attempt his level 3 project from the Pathway Dynamic Leadership. The purpose of this project is for the member to learn about different types of negotiation and the strategies that can be used while negotiating. The purpose of the speech is for the member to share some aspect of past or future negotiation in his or her life. Let us hear or let us learn a little bit of new things related to negotiation, and I'm looking forward for an ineffable speech from the speaker. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dilip C, for the introduction. When it comes to Dilip C, I don't have any words to describe him or introduce him, but I would like to show instead of saying anything, and that's me. My Toastmaster journey has been started, and up to till now, he has been my mentor who has been very supportive. When it comes to the speaker, and this is his words, and I quote, "I am pursuing a doctoral program that keeps me derailing several times and has been derailing as many times over. To the extent that my professor is deliberating if I should change my area of research to creative ways to delay your thesis." I would like to invite Toastmaster Salil CP on topic Riverine Tales. Riverine Tales, Toastmaster Salil CP.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, distinguished Toastmasters, and guests. How many of you are from this place called Kuttanar?
Yeah.
Wonderful. I'm among you. How many of you have heard of this place called Kuttanar? I'm among you too. So, Kuttanar is a very unique place because it is below the sea level on an average, almost 2 meters below the sea level. And this also is a place that is the lowest point of Indian subcontinent in land basis. So as I said, I'm from Kuttanar, but I am a visiting professor over there because I have always been a city dweller who goes to Kuttanar during my vacation period. So during that period, there are cousins who live there, and these cousins are always in terms of thugs, the royal thugs over there, because they know a lot about the waters, which I'm totally unaware of, and a few people along with me are totally unaware of it. But again, the adolescence rush that we have to be with them. So we also become the river dwellers, the jumpers into the river and all of that. And there's a lot of danger over there as well when it comes to the river, because the city dwellers are typically swimming pool swimmers, and when you jump into the river, it's a different theme altogether. So the undercurrents can really take your life. So when your cousins who are the thugs jump into the water, you also jump into the water. And in the same way, you jump into the water, and it's always dangerous. And the danger caught me also once. So what really happened is that I could swim, but my swimming was lower than the drift. So what really happened was I was actually moving away, and the thug cousins got frightened, and they were with the rescue boat. They got onto the shores, they threw a rope onto me, I clinged onto the rope. And then the water drift continued, I was clinging onto this thing. And then really what happened is the attire of the swimmers of Kuttanar is a piece of cloth. And the drifting waters was not really kind with me. It just took that cloth away. So my nakedness was known only to me and the fishes. Luckily there were no snakes. So what really happened is these guys didn't know, and I was reluctant to come out. Classical case of a start of a negotiation. The positions are different. They want to bring me out. I really don't want to come out. So the first decision point: how can I agree with them to come out? Any cases, any hints for me? I just need a piece of cloth. That's about it. So, and then how do I communicate it? Because this pandemonium has really created a lot of onlookers around. So I need somebody, my confidant, to whom I should speak to say my situation and what I need. And then I'm ready to obey to whatever they tell me. So finally, they found out somebody who could speak with me. I told him my problem. And obviously, in Kutanad, you would have seen a lot of people having those, head ties. So one of them just removed it and threw it into the water, and I was safe. And then it was all done. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is a classical case of negotiation, whether it be a child getting a toffee from their parents to a corporate level where you procure some, materials. It's the same process that you go together. So you define a specific situation. Both the parties are ready. Both the parties come into a common conclusion on what they have to, the bare minimum that they can agree with, and then they discuss. There are multiple ways. In my example of the Riverine tale, what really happened is I was very clear on my definition that I just need a cloth, and that was the bare minimum. Beyond that, I could work on my ego. I could say that all these people has to clear out before I come out. And that's a position that I can take. And then it becomes a more difficult conversation. I'll require to go into some sort of a confrontation sorts. And then they may have to go into a competitive mode of negotiation where they just pull me out because they have the rope. They can always pull me out. They are in a stronger position. And I need to eat. So that is one way of resolving the negotiation. But then the shame that I have from that day will even make me hate that place forever. That was one. And where we had a common situation is what is called the accommodative mode. So in accommodation, both of us accommodated. They said, okay, we're going to give you a piece of clothes, which is what you need. And then once that is done, then I was coming out. So we accommodated. And that is another way of looking at how we can resolve these things. Basically, from that perspective, if you look at it, I and the negotiators and the rescuers came into a common conclusion, and that was by discussion. So whenever you discuss, that is when you have all of these situations being discussed with each other, understand each other, and get to a common conclusion. So the bottom line that I have to tell you, the message that I have for you fellow Toastmasters is, all of us, from the childhood, one of the most experienced skills that we have acquired, all of us, is negotiation skills. It's just that we need to know what that is and how that can be approached scientifically so that we could be very, very effective in getting our stuff done. Whether what kind of, so the basic minimum that you need to be clear about is, you need to state your position. First thing, what do you want? Who do you want it from? That is the other party. And then, what is the bare minimum that you can agree before you walk away from the negotiation? Because that's also an option that you have. So once you have all these three defined, believe me, each one of us are master negotiators, and this is something that we can always pursue moving forward. Thank you.